Hey guys, big welcome back. Today I'm going to be feeding my corals, that is, with reef, which I've talked about before. I've been using this for a couple of years now. I'm pretty happy with it. So this is a mix I've made, and then I've also blended in a little bit of cubed brine shrimp as well. And I'm also today going to be using, I've just bought this, it's the Julian Sprung Thing. Basically it's just a big sucker with an attachment, and you can go twice as long if you need to for a deep tank, but this is plenty good for the size of my tank. And so I'm going to give this a stir. This stuff kind of settles a bit, so before sucking it up you always give it a stir, and I'll see if I can get this all into one frame here for you guys. There's the thing, so I'm going to suck up like this. Oh, and I had it stuck to the bottom of the glass, so it wasn't sucking. Let's try that again. Uh-oh. What do we got? I got a piece of shrimp stuck on it. Try again. There we go. Alright. So now, we can go ahead and I'll show you how this works. I'm going to put it in, and I've got all the power heads and pumps and everything shut off to my tank. And so this is going to get my fish going crazy. I'm just going to sit it where I want to aim it, and that's good. And now I can come over to the purple bonsai, and I'll give them a little shot. And normally I've been using a little handheld syringe for this, which means so that you've got to get your hand in there. So if you want, we'll film these guys right close up if you want to go down to those. And let that focus here, and then I'll show you what's up. So now I can just kind of individually, I'm kind of doing this at an awkward angle just because of my filming crew and stuff, but that's okay, you guys can see what's going on. Just like that. And now if I want to get some to the torch coral, I generally feed all my corals. I know some people only feed certain ones. I like to give everything a little food every now and then. I don't feed that often, so, which is like, you know, maybe once or twice a month generally, with actual trying to feed the corals. I won't bother with the mushrooms because they're good on their own. Not too concerned. I do feed some of my brighter mushrooms, but some of those other ones I don't bother with. Over here I've got some little tiny piece of a plate coral, and up in here's some more zoanthids, and I'm going to squeeze it all out, and we're going to grab some more. Once again, I'm going to give it a bit of a stir because it will settle. And I want the good stuff coming in here. Now I did watch a video for this on bulk reef supply, and they said that you may want to cut the tip a bit bigger if you have a problem with if your food that you're using is a bit meatier, which obviously mine is because I've got the pieces of shrimp in there. And I'm just going to switch hands, see if I can get a little better control of this. So I'm going to start up top. I've got some nice zoanthids up there. Uh-oh, I think I got it blocked up. See that? And I thought about maybe, was it a good idea? There we go, I got it going. Was it a good idea to put those little pieces of shrimp in without cutting it? But I went ahead and did it anyway. A little more here. A little to the GSP. I never actually knew if GSP will eat it. Mushrooms I don't think will eat it really, because they gotta have a chance to catch it. So like they would eat a pellet, and I know they do because I fed them pellets. But it's okay. A little over here to these. So if you guys can see, the comes out, and you could put it in as fast or slow as you want to too, depending on I guess what you're feeding and stuff. Something wrong with my pallies, they're not happy, but we'll give them some in case they wake up. And I'm gonna hold off on the Dunkins for a minute. I'll just feed this little guy right here. And that's good. Now I will empty out the tube and we'll get some more. Good stir. I really should cut that end before I start. Let me pause the video and I'll cut it and I'll come right back. Okay, now I've cut a little bit bigger hole. I guess I could show you that. I don't know if it'll show or not, but probably not. Anyway, I cut a little bit off. And let's see if that made a difference. Now I'm still getting all the chunky stuff on the bottom, but that's okay. I won't go quite to the bottom this time. But yeah, you can cut this to the size you want. There we go. Instead of going right to the bottom, I went up there. Seemed to work, get a good mouthful. And for that, I got a little chunk there. I'm going to try to get that down onto a blasto because they look hungry. A little for this mushroom right here. If I can. Now most corals have a little sticky, mucusy crap on them to help them kind of catch food if it comes by, so hopefully that will they will grab some. Love those Dunkins. That's a really nice colony I've got here. I've had it for quite a while. I'll have to watch the videos back to see when I got them. And I'm going to cut the tip a little more. I'll be right back. Alright, I cut it again, and I'm trying to just go small amounts because I don't want to go too far. I don't know if you really do go too far, but oh, there we go. Now I got a good, that's perfect. That's definitely better. Now, like I said, I'll continue on just feeding everything with this, except for anemones. I don't really like to feed them too much because I'm kind of sick of them growing everywhere. A little on that GSP. I got my nice purple and blue plate there. A little more for the frog spawn. I think that's good for over here. Yeah, these fish are all probably like, oh, I would eat that. Let's try to get a little more onto this guy here. So I really do want these to spread a little more. And same with this mushroom here. I've got a little Recordia in the corner that doesn't really do much, but I'm hoping he's going to grow eventually. But he's in a bad spot. I can't really feed it. A couple little zoanthids back up here that I missed. Another mushroom up top. I just want to make sure I try to get everything. That's a hairy mushroom up there. Let's see if we can get the candy canes eaten a little bit. These candy canes don't seem to get quite as puffed up as the ones in my frag tank. Don't know why. I guess just different water parameters and whatnot. Normally I can get these guys to get their tentacles out, and I'm just going to put the last shot of this into there. We'll see. Maybe some stuck to it. Once again, mix, suck it up, and now I'm going to go ahead to the other side. Move a box on my floor here. So this, like I said, I just bought this, so this is my first time using this thing, but I did watch a bunch of videos and I'm happy with it. It's exactly what I wanted. This is making it a lot easier than trying to get the ladder going and getting in there. And I did see on some videos for the LPS, you can really kind of get it down into it a little bit. Sorry, let me get my hand in here a little better on the wand for better control. But see, like that, I'm trying to get it in there to make sure that some sticks. This is my other dunking colony. It fell over, but that's okay. They would be glad to have some of this, I'm sure. Most corals are pretty responsive to this stuff. They really like it. I got a little acan that's kind of been moved over a little bit. It's not really where I wanted it. Some nice purple zoos and pallies down there. And just these are some weird little peach colored zoos. A little for them too. They're alright, they like it. I'll be right back once I get some more. Alright, over here I got a couple of SPS corals I'm going to try to get a little to. Try and get some in there. Maybe a little blasto up in here. Not a, well, I say blasto, I meant like a blast of the stuff. The blasto was on the other side on the ground. These zoos are really cool. They don't show up good on camera anyways. They're like an orangish yellow, but a really cool color. And these are some fire and ice. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have the whites on really right now. They're on very dim, and it's just the blue mostly because it is evening time. So I do apologize for colors being kind of wonky here. Unfortunately, it would have been better if I had filmed this during the day for you. Alright, I'm going to grab some more. Okay, a little shot down here for these mushrooms if they can try to catch it. It's still kind of hard to get in there. And over here I've got my Fruit Loops, but unfortunately because the flow's off, these are the anemones are maybe bothering them a little bit. Down here I know you can't see very well, it's very shaded right now, just the way the lights are. Got some Superman Montipora or whatever back there. So I do that. And then way up top, I don't know, maybe from inside the canopy even, I don't know if it'll show. I got the Sunny D colony. They're good and hungry. I'll give them a lot. And I think I've got one more syringe full here to get in there. Give this a stir. Let's go ahead and get this bird's nest up here. And some green zoanthids. I actually lost a baby head of torch coral. It fell down in behind, but these mushrooms have glued the rocks together, which has made it so that I have no real way to get that back. Up here I got a little one of those. It's just a little SPS, some kind of stick. I don't remember what it was, but I get a couple little bit on that mushroom there. See if he likes it. And this is out. Hoping to get a little more under that there, but I think that pretty well sums it up, guys. That gives enough to it. So anyone that's looking for it, it's called Julian's Thing by Two Little Fishes Incorporated. If you guys can see that, hopefully. It'll run you about 30 bucks, and it's pretty cool. I gotta say, it did exactly what I was wanting it to do. With the extension, you can make it twice as long. I think that's about probably 24 inches long right now, and you can get it up to maybe 38 or so with the other tube. I don't know the exact measurement, but it's plenty good for feeding in pretty much any tank. I don't imagine you'd need it any longer than that for your average person. And if you didn't want to use that tube, if you just like the idea of the syringe, you could just mount this tip right to here and hold this by hand without the pole. You wouldn't have to have the pole if you didn't want to. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks for joining me, guys. There's my eel. Say hi to him. I like him. He's actually moved rocks the other day. He used to live under the rock to the right. Now he moves under to the left. And of course my Naso Tang. He's a camera monger. He loves being on film. If you're recording, he wants to be in the shot. So that'll wrap it up, guys. Please go ahead and click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate watching the numbers go up. And that little like that only takes you a second does make people that make the videos feel a little better about making them. So thanks for watching, guys, and join me next time.